Okay, so welcome to another episode with us. And today we are going to talk about our lock journeys. Her. And so we are going to attempt to drop some old pictures of us with different hairstyles before we...
Right. And y'all know we new to YouTube, so we will try to insert those.
It's about to be
but
like...
if you don't see them, you can come to our Instagram and look at them on Instagram. We'll do like a little throwback Thursday or something, and you can see some of our old hair videos and what got us to our lock journeys now.
Yeah.
So Lauren and I thought it was good to talk about locks because I know people talk to me all the time about my hair. I know people probably talk to you all the time about your hair.
Yeah.
And we both have two different kinds of locks. Like I have traditional locks and she has sister locks. So we just want to talk to y'all about our journey, the differences, and I guess the pros and cons too.
Yeah, because there are definitely pros and cons.
There are some
for
cons
sure.
right there. Cons.
Definitely some pros and cons. So, like she said, she has traditional locks, I have sister locks. And so the main difference between them is technique, really. So sister locks is a patented hairstyle, meaning that you're really, when you get sister locks, it's by a sister lock trained technician, yada yada yada. There's also like interlocks and micro locks that look like sister locks but aren't the same. It's a lot of technical stuff that I feel like is whatever. Yeah. So we're not even going to get into that in this video. But and then Dayahn has traditional locks, and those can be started differently. And so there's so many different techniques to start traditional locks and sister locks, really, because well, not sister locks, but interlocks or micro locks. But the main thing is that ours are interlocked, like almost like woven.
Like with a needle or okay.
It's like a special tool.
Okay.
And so like my daughter is 6 and she has micro locks. I started hers off with little tiny braids. And so I put them in, and about 2 months later I started interlocking them. So I take like a tool and I bring it through the root or whatever, and then like kind of like tying it in a bow almost. Oh, and so I do it in a 4 pattern, and yeah, so that's how mine are locked. Versus I know yours started off as finger combs.
Yeah,
right?
So mine started off as finger coils, but yeah, as Lauren said, there's several different ways you can do it. And like when I went to my lock consultation, she was going to start me off as 2-strand twist. And like in my mind, I was like, oh, I do not want that. I do not want that. I wear my hair in 2-strand twists a lot before I got locks. I was like, I don't want that. I want to do the palm rolls. And then when I got to my appointment, she was like, I thought about it, and I thought about your hair texture, and I'm going to do palm rolls. So it all depends on your hair type for, I think, probably both sets of locks, honestly. So definitely your hair type, and then a part to lock ratio is really big. I wanted mine to kind of be a medium size. I didn't want them to be super small. I didn't want them to be super big. And so working with a loctician, sister locks or traditional locks, go to somebody professional.
Yeah.
Like people, when they tell me, oh, mine don't look like that because I have my cousin's, uncle's, sister's friends start them that has no clue what they're doing. You wonder why when your locks grow and like they're popping and they're thin and there's a bunch of different things going on with them. They're not the same consistency. Exactly. Yeah. Start with a professional. Like, yeah, it's fine. Like I've done my brother's a couple times, like maintaining them, but the structure is already there. Yeah. He went to a loctician, the structure is there. And definitely with the corona, I know a few people are probably doing their own hair, but let the foundation be set by someone professional.
So important.
So I trust my loctician 100%, and we'll definitely definitely link their information in the comments if you're interested and you're in the Cincinnati area. I absolutely love mine. Lauren's been faithful to hers as well.
Yes, I love my sister technician. She's amazing. She knows her stuff. She's fast. With sister locks, you know, you got a whole lot of locks. I think, and my hair is thin, actually. I have thinner hair, but I still have 400 something locks in my head. Wow. It's wild. And Ava has.
I've never counted my locks. Like I asked My loctician's name is Desiree. And I asked her, I was like, so how many do I have? And she was like, it's bad luck. She was like, I never count them. She was like, it's bad luck. If you count them, they won't grow. So I've never counted mine.
Funny. Well, Sister Loc World, they always count them. They're like, you have this many locks. And it's such a thing. And for me, I know we differ on, like, I did it because for practicality. I want my natural hair, but I didn't want to take care of it or have to deal with it. Versus, I know yours is more like on a spiritual, like, connectivity.
It definitely was. Like, my hair journey has definitely came full circle. Like, growing up, like, I've always had a lot of hair, but I never knew my hair texture. Like, I started getting perms when I was like 10. And so I never knew what my hair felt like. And for me, like, just working as an educator and working with young girls, like, I would see them not feel confident unless they didn't have their weave in, not feel confident unless they lose X amount of weight. So a lot of these things, working with them, I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be an example, I need to let them see beauty in its natural state. So after my first year of being a school counselor, I cut my hair off. And like, it was rough at first because I did not know what to do with my hair. Like, I did not know how to do the kinks and the coils, and I went through that whole arsenal of, like, buying every single product on the shelf that said for natural hair, trying to figure it out, and that was just rough. But once I figured it out, I loved being a loose natural. I absolutely loved it. Yeah. I loved every second of it.
Yeah. When I decided to go natural, it was after I had my daughter, and I was like, I never want her to feel any type of way about her natural hair, even though her natural hair is beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
It's so beautiful.
Her daughter has the best hair.
It's amazing, but
always has had the best hair.
I know, even doing her hair, what is it, Curly Mo, the Three Stooges.
Oh my God.
Larry, Curly, and Mo. She had just like the halo.
Oh, she didn't have the top. She did have a halo.
She had a halo. She looked like an old man.
But it was so soft.
Oh my gosh. But after I had her, I didn't want to. So I went natural, and I, even as like someone who used to do hair, I have never liked maintaining my own hair. It's just a whole lot. And so when I went natural, I just was like over it, and it was a lot. And so,
well, if you think about it, if you said you did it for Ava, that is a spiritual thing because you want her to have.
Well, that was me going natural, not my locks. Just me going natural in general. I did a big chop maybe 3 times before I even decided to do locks.
Chop off her hair.
I kept chopping it off because I love it short, and so I was just like, I'm just gonna keep chopping it off. But I actually started getting lashes when I was 5 because my mom didn't want to deal with my hair. And so but my thing is that my hair texture has always been the same. It's always been thin. And so you know how relaxers do. If you got a lot of hair with a relaxer, you still look like a wet mouse. So imagine me with my thin hair and my little swoopty swoop. Like, it was just like not. After I went natural, I was like, okay, I like this. I just don't want to maintain it. I knew how to maintain it. I understand hair, the ins and outs, the science of it. I just didn't want to do it.
Right.
And so the first time I ever decided that I was going to get locks one day was when I had those yarn braids. And I was like, I love the way these look on me. So I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when. And finally, I was just like, you know what? It's time. Let's just do it. And I did it. I was like, I'm getting them. Everybody was like, don't do that. And I was like, watch me. Watch me.
Gosh. I think everybody has that moment of like, oh, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
Because like for me, like I looked at people with locks forever. And originally when I went natural, I knew I was going to get locks eventually. But I was like, oh, I don't want mine to be super duper short. Like I didn't want the little tiny ones. I wanted to have a little length to mine. And so I grew my hair out for a few years. And honestly, if that's what you're thinking about doing, don't even waste your time. Because I grew my hair out. It was super long. But then as your hair starts to coil around each other, it gets short. Because my hair was here when I started. And when they started to coil, like, it literally didn't pass my ears. So it was like, it was honestly a waste of time. But I knew I wanted to do it. But it was just kind of like, okay, I don't know how I'm going to be perceived with my hair just in the professional world. And, you know, locks sometimes have that negative connotation with them. And then one day I was like, I really don't care. I really don't care. I feel like my hair has always looked professional. I've always felt professional. And I feel like my work ethic speaks for itself. Like, I think that's just me being comfortable in who I am and comfortable with who I am in my field to not care. Like
Exactly.
the work is the work, and my hair shouldn't matter. It's a natural hairstyle, and
right. We shouldn't be judged by our hair.
Right.
It is what it is. It's neat.
So,
it's clean. Back up off of me.
Back up off me, and I'm so happy. Like we're here in Cincinnati. Like it's sad that they even had to do it, but Cincinnati finally passed a law that you cannot discriminate against people for their natural hair.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad that that even had to be a thing, but I'm glad the city is on top of protecting people with natural hair. So definitely you don't see it for like affecting, I'm losing my train of thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't affect.
It doesn't affect.
It affects minorities.
Oh, it does.
It affects
it
minorities.
Doesn't affect the majority. Yeah.
So I'm happy. I'm happy that we can.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about some pros of locking up.
Okay, some pros.
Just in general.
Okay, so I have 4B, 4C hair. So one of the pros was definitely I get more length retention.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing my hair. It would never have hung down like this in its natural state unless I put some heat to it, which I hated doing. I never flat ironed my hair when it was natural, but I would sometimes like blow dry it or something just to help it dry faster. But yeah, I like that I'm retaining my length.
You know what? Come to think of it, I never not once blew my hair out when I with my fro, but I always kept it short anyway. So
see, when mine got longer, and I just because it is not a soft texture, I would have to blow dry it a little bit and band it before I could even twist it up because it would just tangle, and I can get through it. It was rough.
I'm gonna say a pro is I can, because my hair is probably 4B, 4C. It's very my curls are very like tight, and so no, I don't think it's 4C. I would say it's like 4B. I would say it's 4B mostly. Yeah. But I would say a pro is I can take my hair and throw it up in a ponytail. I can literally take my fingers and just slide them through my hair. And I can style it so easily. Even at this length, I can just do stuff to it so quickly, and boom, bam, like I'm done.
You're done.
Oh my God, I love it. Just talking about it, I would do it all over again.
I agree, because definitely my get ready time is so much shorter. Then like I don't have to bust out a flat iron. I don't have to 2-strand twist my hair all night.
None of that.
And pray it's dry in the morning. Like that is over. Like I washed my hair today. Like I washed it, I conditioned it, and I went about my business.
Yeah.
I went about my business.
I love that. So with Sister Laux, all I do is spray this water in my hair that I make, which is just like mostly distilled water, some rose water, and a little bit of glycerin, vegetable glycerin, and essential oil. And I just make up this batch of water and use it in our hair. And when you spray it, it relaxes my locks. I literally can get out the bed, spray my hair, shake it out, and look sexy.
I do the same thing.
So like, nice.
Literally, I mist my hair with water.
So nice.
And put some oil and just like run it through, and then I'm just
that is
done.
It is amazing.
I'm definitely done.
It is amazing. I love it. So okay, so what's your favorite thing about having traditional locks?
My favorite thing about having traditional locks is I like being I don't think it matters if it's traditional or Sister Laux. Being a part of like this like community. Like I feel like Laux is definitely, when they say a journey, it's a journey, and it just feels like this spiritual journey, this metamorphosis, and I love being a part of that community. Like the other day I went grocery shopping, and the woman that checked me out, her locks they had to be like down here, and they were just in this massive bun on top of her hair, and I was like, oh my God, your hair is so beautiful. She was like, so is yours, and how long you been locked up? And I was like,
girl, I love it and hate it. I hate when I be like trying to get in and out, and people be like, girl, like that happens all the time to me.
It happens all the time.
From other Laux sisters, like, let's talk about hair, and I be like, I gotta go, sis.
I love it. Like I love it. Like I feel like I'm a part of this like elite club. I don't know why.
I do love it.
But like, and I haven't been locked for very long. I'm going into my ninth month, and you've over a year now, right?
It's been 2 years.
Dang.
2018 and 2019, 2019. Yeah, April 16th was 2
years. It goes so fast. I didn't think, dang.
2 whole years.
That's that. Wow.
I love it so much. It is so, I just love it. And how often do you get your hair done?
every 4 weeks, and with this corona business,
it's hard.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's been hard. I will definitely say that has been a con for me. Yeah. Like, I literally got my hair done the day that shops closed down. Like, literally, I got my hair done. I drove home. Wine with the Wine came on. Like, all beauty salons and hair barbershops and stuff I was like, yes. And I was like, okay, I can make it this month. But technically now it's been over 2 months since they've been shut down. So I don't know how to maintain my locks on my own. Like, yeah, I know how to wash them, but I do not know how to retwist my hair. Mm-hmm. So what I've noticed, like, it was fine, like, that 6 weeks, but definitely that stretch to like 10 to 12 to now almost 14 weeks. I feel like my locks are starting to combine at the root. And so if anybody out there has locks and y'all know how to fix that between retwists, definitely let me know. Leave it in the comments, because I don't know what to do. Like, they're loose, but like my scalp definitely feels like they're becoming like a weekend. Yeah. Like, I'm about to have a weekend lock on the top of my head. That's how I'm feeling.
I like his hair.
So
so crazy.
Oh my God. Well, that's what mine are going to turn out to. Luckily, the shops are back open and I can get my hair retwisted, and I have an appointment at the end of the week.
Yay.
I can't wait. But yeah, that is a con. I do not know how to maintain my hair.
So I'm going to back up a little bit. So my favorite thing about having sister locks is I like how they're so tiny and like dainty, and that's like, I love dainty stuff, like little stuff. So yeah. I love that. And I would say a con to having sister locks is if I decided I wanted to do my own retie, it would take me weeks because there's so many locks. Yeah. I would never. I know how to do it. Well, I take that back. I lied. I know how to interlock. I know how to do my kids' hair. I know what my pattern is, but the other thing with sister locks or interlocking in general is if you go off pattern, it can cause lumps in your locks. So like Ava's, I always do a north, south, east, west pattern. And whenever I like veer off of that, I have to go back and take it out and redo it because it'll leave like a lump. And so you have to be very particular about it. So that's the only con I can think of, honestly. Outside of that, there are that's like the only one that I can think of. Yeah. I have like zero regrets. I would do it all over again. Sister locks do come with a heftier price, but you get what you pay for in most instances. Not all instances, but in most instances. And so I would do it again over and over again. And I'm grateful also that when I went and got them done, my hair was so short, because with sister locks, you pay more the longer hair that you have, but they lock it almost all the way down. So
okay, yeah, because you can like wash your hair like right away and stuff, right? Like,
you're not supposed to. Okay. Well, so excuse me. We band and braid. You band and braid too? Mm-mm. So sister locks, you typically band and braid, and so you don't wash your hair right away. You really aren't supposed to for like 6 weeks.
Same.
Yeah, same. But when we do wash our hair, we're supposed to band and braid. And what that looks like is you take sections and big braids, and then you band them down so that you don't have any slippage. And so that's how we wash our hair, starting off at like the first year.
What do you mean by like slippage? Like
slippage is where like
to come out.
Yeah, or they're supposed to come out, and you'll have like a long piece of hair. The interlock can slip out before you're locked. So before you lock, the whole interlock can easily slip out.
Got you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I didn't wash my hair for 6 weeks, and that was another hard thing for me to do, because I definitely wash my hair probably every 2 weeks when I was like a loose natural. I might can push it to 3, but I like washing my hair, so that was a stretch, not washing my hair.
Yeah. One thing I will say about that, like what I did was I had somebody make me some lock spray right away to help with like any itching, and then I would spray my hair every day faithfully with like this super watered down conditioner. And conditioner, of course, you know, can cause slippage and cause your lock to come out in general. So, but I watered it. It was like a quarter size conditioner to like a whole damn bottle of water. But it helped.
Anything that helped.
But what I love most now is just like, say I'm about to go out and I want my hair to be relaxed, I'll get in the shower and just run some water over it, and then dry it, and then just wear them wet, and they'll just hang so pretty, and then they'll just air dry. I just love the versatility. Like last summer when we went on vacation, going to the ocean and not having to worry about anything in the salt water, and then just going and just rinsing. I rinsed it for like maybe 15 minutes, and that was it. I didn't even wash it. It was amazing.
See, I'm excited for my first trip with my hair, because I'm like, ooh, I wonder how that would feel to have that freedom. Because you know, when you go on vacation, like I done got the weaves, I done got the crochets, I done got the box braids, I done did it all, and then you're so worried about getting your hair wet in the beach, and now I'm just like, I don't care. I don't know that level of freedom.
It's amazing. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. It's amazing.
Okay.
So if you're thinking about getting locks and we didn't like answer any of your questions, drop us your questions in the comments. We would love to answer them. Shout out to Desiree and Tiana for being the best locticians ever. We love y'all so much. We'll drop their information in the comments for y'all. And for real, if we can answer it, we'll answer it for you. And if we can't answer it, we'll just direct you to our girls. All right? So, yeah, that's pretty much
it. So, thank you for tuning in with us. If you're thinking about locks, I will say just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. They're the best things ever. But yeah, leave it in the comments. We would love to hear from you guys. We would love to answer your questions. But we love you.
Oh, click the subscribe button.
Oh, yeah, click that. Oh, I know you are too. We're so happy for all of our subscribers. It makes us so happy seeing the number go up. Y'all are coming back and seeing us. This is definitely something new for us, so we're excited. We love every single one of the people in our confetti clique. So thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
We love y'all so much.
But yeah, like, subscribe, and share.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.